Hey, Planeswalkers, Mythras here. Hope you're doing well and staying safe. Welcome, my friends, to today's episode of Top Deck. We just finished our tier list. You guys can absolutely check that out. But now we're back to our top decks. We have a 7-win Izzet Zirda Spells deck today. Now, I wanted to cover this one because the 7 wins come out of the standard metagame challenge. I know it's over. However, this deck is an absolute house, and I'm looking forward to covering it here for you today. Now, this deck is by MTGA, so congratulations on 7 wins there for the standard metagame challenge. Additionally, I know you've been playing this bad boy in Mythic, so very excited to be covering this, like I said. Now, Planeswalkers, questions or comments, please feel free to let me know. You can go into the Discord server if you'd like. That information's in the details. While you're down there, you'll find this deck list. Additionally, the timestamps where we will talk about the main board strategy objective of the deck. We'll cover the sideboard here for you for your best of 3 Magic and how to board. And then we're going to go play that competitive Magic today in both best of 1 and best of 3. And then we'll close everything out with where this potentially sits in the meta today. So looking forward to that. Let's go ahead here and talk about this deck. Now, while we're here, great ways to connect down below or support the channel and the details. Also flip me a like if you enjoyed today's video. So Izzet Zirda Spells. So here's what we got going on. The biggest piece here that we picked up out of Strixhaven is Expressive Iteration. So this is a pretty cool card. We can look at the top 3 of our library, put one of them into our hand, one on the bottom, and then of our library, and then another one into exile. We may also cast that one from exile. But what this deck is really about, we have both board control in terms of destroying creatures, killing creatures. We also have control in terms of negate, but the biggest one is really shuffling through the deck, getting answers and cards to essentially get to experimental overload. So this is going to be your key card. The idea is you're creating an XX blue and red weird creature, certainly weird, and where X is the number of instants and or sorcery cards in your graveyard. Then you may return an instant or sorcery card from your graveyard to your hand, exile this card. So the trick with this though is getting the kick off of dual strikes. So this bad boy here, a Kaldheim card, allows us that when we cast our next instant or sorcery spell with mana 4 or less, we can copy that spell and choose new targets. So what you're doing is you're doubling up on this. Best way to do it, I mean obviously at 6, but you could pay 5 and really crank things out. You get 2 of these guys, you get big bad creatures hitting in, and then you also have an alt with Kazuo's Fury where it can sack it and deal a direct damage. So that is really what you're looking to do. Shuffle the cards, snipe your opponent's creatures, counter your opponent's key spells, look for what you need. A lot of this stuff is at instant speed here too, like Thrill of Possibility. Additionally, Salundi Vision to go dig for what you need. Everything else is a sorcery speed, but a lot of options there. So that's the strategy objective of this deck, and then obviously you still got Zirda for fun. So with that, Planeswalkers, let me know if you got questions. It's really kind of a mid-rangey deck to late game, just because we're playing a control type deck, and then smacking in a home run here at the end with our experimental overload. So certainly overloading the board, I may say. So questions or comments, like I said, let me know. Now we're going to move on to this sideboard. Just a quick call out here for you. This actually runs 3 Will Scholar of Frost and Rowan Scholar of Sparks modal lands, or sorry, modal Planeswalkers, you say modal lands. I dropped in 2 other Soul Seers. However, obviously, you can craft these. I just wanted to show the card. I didn't want to craft the other 2, so apologies, but the deck list will be up to date for you. And then everything else that we have here. So very powerful. We do see Strixhaven cards obviously in the sideboard, so that's a big piece here. The biggest parts here are really kind of 2 things. Well, we'll talk about that in a second, and then we'll come out as how we board, but I'll line this up against aggro, mid-range, and late game. So aggro decks, mono red, also mono white. You might find some life gain decks that kind of more mid-rangey. Also Boros aggro, that gives us Boros Winata, or Gruul aggro, or Gruul Adventures, or Gruul Magda. Lots of things in that space. A couple bridge decks there for you too when we get to the mid-range. The aggro decks are really going to look at dropping in Red Cat Melee, Cinderclasm, which kicks across the board. Then additionally the Soul Seers if you need them. Prismari Command can be a good one. Additionally, if you want some other bodies, Serpentine Curve helps you there as well. Then when we get to the mid-range, again, creature-based stuff, kind of like the Winata or Gruul Adventures, you may also begin to hit the Sacrifice decks along with the Rakdos or Jund. And then additionally, traditional Rakdos mid-range and other kind of Izzet type decks, Izzet tempo decks. There, what you're going to have to do is, again, creature-based will go direct damage. Outside that, we got to start thinking about using Disputes, Test of Talents, again, Prismari Command potentially, and then go from there and protect our board. So that's going to be the big piece. The mid-range decks, you're obviously going to play Soul Seer more often than not, and that's how you're going to line up. We have to protect our chain here. We have to get Experimental Overload on, and the best thing is this guy pulls back 2 cards, so keep that in mind. It allows you to cycle through a lot of your powerful stuff that you may need as well. So very, very important there. Then as we move into the late game, these are going to be like Temur Ultimatum, Team Returns, we got Sultai Ultimatum, Sultai Emergent. Obviously, then we have Esper decks and other control decks that are starting to pop up. Potentially this one again, like we talked about as well. So those are all key components here. Rogues, you can do a combo of burn and counterspell magic there as well. What would I look to move out? Creature-based decks, negates, other things that you might want to fetch. Again, could go less on something like Seize the Spoils. The ramp's nice, but just keep that in mind. Lots of things that you can move out and change around, my friends. So nonetheless, very excited about this deck. We talked about the strategy objective of this guy, cycling cards through, putting a bunch of spells and instant spells, using Experimental Overload, getting some big bodies, sacking, those kinds of things. And then additionally, we talked about boarding for aggro mid-range and late game. If you still have questions or comments, let me know. We will move into some gameplay now. So very excited. I'm like right on the cusp of hitting Mythic. We'll see if we do it today. I got right there on Twitch, just right there, and we didn't cross that line. So let's see if this is the deck to get us there and see how it goes. So with that, we're going to go ahead and move into our competitive Magic today. Standard ranked. I was playing the mono white life gain deck on live stream. Again, my Boros Winata, and we got a host of other things that you guys can check out here. So all these are in the tier list too. You guys can check that out and play what makes sense. All right, so into our standard ranked here, we got our best of 1. Again, we talked about the strategy objective of this deck. It's about cycling through some things. This should be, excuse me, this should be a very, very fun, interesting take for us here today in terms of what we're going to be playing against, how we're going to be playing this deck. We do got some cycle here, so this is okay. I can live with this. We also go first. Having 2 in these hand, 2 of those in our hand isn't terrible, so I can also live with that. So we're gonna have to go really fast here against this deck. Raptor we'll be able to get him here in a second. So we need to discard 2 cards. So we'll discard one of these, and then I'm gonna discard a Spoils. So now what we can remember is we can obviously pull some things back. We will take the Raptor or the Robber off the board here. So once again, we can live with this. Sorry, my computer's making some extra noise. The big piece here really is going to be discard 2, discard a card. So again, we'll discard an Overload because we can pull some of these back. There we go. We're going to pull this one back. So cleave won't do it. Still dead. So we're very close here, though. So we can look again. We can pull back again. So that's one that we want. So now we're in trouble. We are in trouble. Oh, we got hosed on the land. That's a bummer. Should have just played this and went for it. That would have been the better version. Then we could have pulled back or spike too. Oh. There we go. If they have their little +2 guy, we're in trouble. All right, we're okay. They could spike me though. Didn't matter. Didn't matter. We would have needed to play experimental overload and then spiked, which is too bad. So it ended up being good. We just were off by one little play. It's a little tricky of a deck, which is nice. So let's go ahead and play again. A little bit more to think through there. Sorry. Ideally, what I was trying to do was get that extra land and then play through some lines there, but I suppose I missed the land, so it's a bummer. But we were close, so you at least got to see part of it. We'll turn this around though. We got squirrel token here. We go first. We can keep this. We have a Lurrus deck. This is not what we're going to want to be playing. We need more discard. It's a little bit better. Okay. And drop a land. Now, this is probably a rogue's deck. Yeah. So I think the good news is, obviously, we will do this. The mill will actually slightly help us. We just need to get to the lands here. Oh, all my lands. All my lands. This is terrible. Ouch, 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 ouch. That is so bad. Probably counter that. There it is. Ooh. So we got our one overload guy. Let's see if we can try it again. The fact that we're not hitting any lands is absolutely brutal for us right now. Absolutely brutal. And the fact that they just keep draining us out here. If we would have had our counter, we would have been fine. Oh, brutal. All right. We're going to turn this sucker around. Now, they're still going to have kill spells in here. Most likely. But we could get some 20/20s. You're really nice. Oh. All right, here we go. The other thing that we need is a Fury. And we don't have enough here, which is too bad. Here's what we're gonna do. I can pull this back, but I want to pull this guy back first. They're gonna have a kill spell. And left. Absolutely horrible. If only this could go to the face. All right, that's a bad matchup for this deck. Absolutely terrible matchup. So the fact that we didn't hit our lands, oh, going backwards right there, live twice. It happens. All right, not worried about it. Let's go ahead and play our third best of three. We're gonna make this work for us today. Absolutely. If it doesn't work here, we're gonna make it work in best of three. All right, Mac 11T2. We go first. We'll keep this one. Actually, I'm gonna play this first because we've had so many problems with their mana. We don't have cycle, but I kept this because we have this. So it looks like a control deck, so we'll pull that one. We'll put that one into our side, that one into the bottom. Oh, too fast. We didn't want that to go in exile. Let's pull Zirda over. There we go. Right play. Too low. No cycle. We'll try Zirda. Probably a kill. Yeah.
This isn't my first time being the hero. Time to improvise. Think fast. Now wait just a minute.
Not enough yet on that either.
Wish I knew that was coming. Time to improvise.
Very nice. No zombies.
I do love a good puzzle.
There we go. Teffy's gone now.
Just come back yesterday.
I gotta assume they got a counter here. Oh, no. All right. That's big. We'll choose one. Put one into our library. This one here. All right. Let's see if we can get our combo off here. Let's see what they grab. Dun dun dun. All right, counterspell. So we would still get this off. So we're gonna grab this. And let's grab this back. Ooh. We'll do it again. Should probably get the exile card and get that guy off the board. So we'll get at least one. We'll need to grab our counter spell here. Now remember, this hits planeswalkers too. It is that instant though, which is good. There we go. Let's do this. 2, 3. They would need to do lethal here. Pull it back. Do I want to snipe it? I think what we do is we sack this when they pop in their guy. Play experimental overload, pull it back, pull Kazu's Fury back, and then go from there, I think. There we go. We'll grab Kazu's Fury. Boom! We got it. That is how we do it, my friends. Izzet Zirda Spells. And we're back on the board. All right. Going to our best of 3. All right. 1 and 2 and best of 1. Not bad. See, we got to see how it worked. Lots of different cool conditions there. Traditional standard rank, we did the 7 win meta challenge deck here, Orzhov Magecraft, which is awesome deck, super fun. Now we're doing the Izzet Zirda Spells one, or Prismari. We're going into our best 3, so a little bit more play here, a little bit more thinking through. Certainly a fun combo deck, like absolutely having a blast with this too. It's pretty neat. So Planeswalkers, as always, flip me a like if you're enjoying today's video, if you like the deck. We got Jesus here. Questions, comments, let me know as always. We're going to play first. Do we get some cycle stuff? We do. We got some decent lands, so we'll keep this. I'm going to go with this one first. Then we'll do this. Instead of pitching right away, I am going to do this. This be interesting. Kaheera deck. It's not the cat deck. So we'll see what we got going on here. Didn't see anything there. Draw 3 cards. Kick 2, draw 3. Meant to play that first. That's all right. We'll get there. Ooh. We also have our overload there, so don't want to forget that. We haven't seen any control yet. I'm willing to bet it's there, so we're going to have to sideboard in a bunch of control against this. Most likely this is going to be out. Get rid of that, and get rid of this. People haven't seen this deck. There's certainly a really nice cast a spell, discard a card. I want to pitch this one. Thirst for meaning. Let's see what they got. Glad they pitched the exile. Haven't seen him play anything main board yet either. There, maybe it's a turn, huh? So we'll protect at least one of these, which is big. That's fine. One in my graveyard. I can deal with that. I can deal with that. There's the kill. We have a Kazandul in there too, don't we? Kazul. All right.
New job, new life, new opportunity.
No see it. All right. We just gotta go grab one of our burns now. Let's do. We'll do this. We'll grab that one. We'll put that one in our sideboard. To my hands. Other one. Oop, this one will go into the library. This one will exile. That. We'll do this. Hit that guy. Ooh, Titan's Nest. There we go. It is a Titan's Nest deck. I was wondering that. I didn't say that at the beginning, but I was wondering that. Good for a turn, I bet. Yeah, there you go. These decks take a while. This is gonna be a long match. We didn't hit any of our negates. We know we're gonna need counter magic. So good thing is with this deck we can go over the top. We know we just need to protect certain things and counter certain things, which could be Titan's Nest. So that's a non-issue. So we can play a little bit of a pass-go match now. Uh-oh. Really going for it, huh? 9. It's not enough. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. Shoot. We can go fuller. We can pull back that guy. It's not gonna be enough. It's not enough lethal. Let's try this. Not good enough. All right, let's go to the next match. So what we need to do is we know we need to counter pretty successfully now, so that shouldn't be a problem. Talents we're gonna grab. Mystical Dispute we'll grab. We don't, this might work too. We'll grab that. Prismari Commands. Not really big stuff there. So Frostbite we can chuck. We're gonna need that still. Only one though. That, or we could run. We could run that. Actually, I prefer that. What would we kick? Oh, it's... And drop one of those. Okay. Oh, what the heck? Didn't do those. All right, we want that. We want this. Let's do that and that. Okay. Creature based, better. Only thing with the spikes is that's land. So we'll see here. We'll see how that goes. That might have hurt me actually. I moved a little bit too fast. All right, we're okay here. There's that one. Let's see if we can pull this off. Wanted to get some damage in. We'll see. We can at least protect a couple of them here. There's the Titan's Nest. So we can protect a few things. We'll keep the 2 open. Here's where they can pull in a bunch though and cast a ton of stuff. let's look at their library so we can see what they're running. Nah, some counters. They got Test of Talents, which will destroy me. Opponent's hands all draw. I will let him kill one of my guys. I'm actually going to counter here. There we go. So again, assuming they're going to have Elrond's Epiphany here. Yeah, I figured that was going to be what they were going to do. Too bad. I just need to get 4 damage through though. That's why I did that. We missed a couple land drops, which hurts us too here. Seagate, probably. So depending on what this is right now, what they put on the board, or don't put on the board. One, two, three, four, five, six. They're short one. It's a hard cast. Seagate. Back in. Oh, they didn't do it. They didn't do it. It's too bad. One into our hand. other into our library and exile one. Gonna pitch. Sky for now. Gonna wait one turn. One turn. We can clear off. We can clear off a guy. Now the counter on that could have countered on that. I just need to get 4 through. If they have a kill spell, I'm in trouble. All right, here we go. For all the marbles, my friends. So we go 2. I can kick it for 3. So the first thing we have to do is we have to remove this guy. So here's what we do. We bait. Still gives us a 2. Now we kick. And now we counter. And his shark gets made, and we wipe the board. Boom! Boom! Oh! That was a awesome match. Awesome, awesome, awesome match. So we need to think about this, because the land's all wonky now. So I may want to flip in the spikes again. Maybe go a little bit lower there. It worked out. That was really nice. Super, super nice. All right. Whew. That felt awesome. Great fun win. A very interesting match for sure. Now the problem is they get tested talent, so they can rip some pretty powerful stuff out of my deck that will allow me to draw, but we don't want to interrupt their kind of combo that we got going on here. And at 5, we have to make sure we keep 2 open for a counter, 3 open for a counter. Whew, the one-off board wiper did it for us. Now the problem is we're not on the play. We've been on the play the first two here. I can keep this. Finally got some lands. We got some discard. And this is instant, so we can wait on it as well. Let's try it. We'll see. They probably got a counter on it though. So here's where this works really nice, is on the ping damage.
Just you wait. You haven't even witnessed. I've learned lots of techniques from artists.
Titan's Nest next turn. I think it's 4. Here it comes. There it is. We made the trade. We made a big trade here. 2 or more. How much is it? 3 or more cards this turn.
Practice makes potent.
Now we got 2 counters we can play here. Potentially 3, but we're in red there, so we got all kinds of stuff that can kick out. Should have made the assumption they had the nest, but that's all right. Wanted to get Rowan on there so you guys can see. We're gonna make them use everything up here. Oh, thank you. No? What's in hand, huh? From their hand. Oh. Oh. Brutal. Ooh, choose one. We'll exile one. If they have a counter here, I'm going to be a little sad.
I'll show you something impressive.
So we technically have lethal right now with Cosmos Fury. So if they don't kill our 9/9, we're good. Or deal enough damage here. 6, 13. As long as they don't have a counter, that's going to be the big one. $11, it's going to be just short. 11, 13, 15. As long as they don't have 1 damage here. They must absolutely have a kill spell here. All right, let's see what we can do. Three. I think we do it. I want them to tap out. Because we can go dual strike. So now they can't do anything. So we go dual strike. Decline. For 9. For 9. Boom! Oh! That felt so good. So good. I only wish that put me into Mythic because that was just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful on a combo deck there, my friends. Oh, and you guys saw it today here live on Top Deck. Well, kind of live. You know, I don't edit these, so you guys got to see it for what it was worth. Oh, that was awesome. So awesome. All right, let's go ahead and check out today's deck. Again, this is the Izzet Zirda deck, or Izzet Zirda Spells deck by MTGA. So congratulations on hitting your 7 wins. For the metagame challenge with this. Again, I know you're playing this in Mythic as well. Awesome deck. We had a lot of fun. Very cool combo deck. As you guys saw, a lot of different mechanics to think through. Iterations, combos, plays, lines, attack, defense, sack, blow things up. Oof. What a rush. Awesome. So hope you guys enjoyed it today. For best of 1, we went 1 and 2, and then in best of 3, we went 2 and 1. So we ended up winning and went out there. Where do I think this sits in the meta? You know, it's a very powerful deck. There's not a lot of counter stuff right now. I mean, the end game decks like Sultai are certainly going to have them. If you hit any of the aggro stuff, even though we did lose to like mono red, things like that, you certainly have the ability to play around. I like the Rowan in there. Definitely worthy of craft, to be honest, in this deck. I think it makes a lot of sense. And as you guys saw, what's nice is we get to go through all these things, even though I didn't do that. Test the talents there. I did misplay it. We could have pulled all that stuff out of their graveyard and other things. It's only when it's in their hand. So gotta pay attention there. So I do apologize on that one, but very important for us to continue to leverage this card because it's nasty. It's absolutely nasty. So where's this sit? Best of 1, I want to say probably middle of the pack. Yeah, it's just so fast right now. Can you make it with this work? Absolutely. I think it's a better best of 3 deck, but probably tier 2. Probably on the lower side of tier 2 right now for the meta. For best of 1, best of 3, I think it's a little bit stronger. Again, when you move in the kind of the mid range here, some of the things that you can do and play either more the late game or the early game, then certainly you can find answers once you start getting that maximum or critical mass between the lands and which direction you need to go. You're going to find the answers. Absolutely. I like being able to pull back. I like the less cost. Lots of things that are very powerful. I think it's probably tier 2 right now, but on the stronger side of that. So we'll see how things continue to evolve here, and we'll keep an eye on this deck. So Planeswalkers, what a rush. Enjoyed today's deck. Super fun. I hope you guys enjoy it as well, and gals. Flip me a like if you like the gameplay, if you like the deck, whatnot. Other great ways to support the channel down below in the details. Much appreciated. Always, you guys are the best, and gals are the best. I don't take it for granted. And other great ways to stay connected in the details. Deck list down below as well. Questions or comments, let me know, or hop in the Discord server. Plenty of active folks. I can't stress it enough. I thank everyone in there too. Deck brewing, top decks, all sorts of fun things. And then I just did the tier list video as well. So please go check that out. I think it's really helpful, kind of closing out here the end of April and then moving into May. So stay tuned for my weekly analysis as well for the meta. So, all right, Planeswalkers, stay safe. We'll see you again soon. Mythras out. Until next time, my friends, take care.